This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys. So today we are going to discuss about Python. So what is Python, how to install Python, and how to enable its environmental variables and all that. So once again, I'm just showing the agenda of today's class. So here we are going to install Python from python.org, and we are going to enable the environmental variables of Python, and then we are going to execute the hello world programs using we can execute the Python programs in three various ways. So one way is using CMD and Notepad, and one more way is using the shell, and one more way is using the editor. Okay, so three modes are there in order to execute a Python program. So one mode is CMD, using CMD and Notepad. One mode is using the shell, and one mode is using the editor. Okay, so we are going to explain all these things in today's class. So this is the main agenda for today's class. So I'll just start the class. So first of all, I just want to ask you some basic questions. Okay. So why we are learning Python? So why only Python? Okay. That is the first question. And the next question, is it your first programming language to learn? And if no, so what are the programming languages do you already know? Okay. And what is your proficiency in that language, which you know? And can you tell me the comparison between C and Python if you know the basics of C and Python? Okay. So these are all the basic questions I just want to ask, and I just want to get a clarity about your class. So I'll just go in that way. So suppose say if you say I'm just new to the Python, I'm going to start from scratch, and I'm going to be deep into the scratch level itself. Okay. So suppose you say that I know the little bit of Python, then I'm going to be so a little bit overview, and I'm going to give you an overview about the Python. Okay. So that way it goes. So can you now guys answer me these questions? So why Python, and so why only Python? Why not other programming languages? So there are so many programming languages in our software industry, but why only we are learning Python? Why not others? So why? And can you tell me, is it a first programming language to learn? So anyone? So I want to answer from everyone, guys. So I just want to analyze your class. So by analyzing your class, I'll just go further. I'll go further in that way. Okay. So why Python? And suppose say, is it your first programming language or not? Just say yes or no. If you know any other programming language, just mention their names. That's it. Okay. You can chat. You can ping in the chat, or otherwise you can also unmute your phone and tell me. Okay. So no, I know PLSQL and shell scripting. Okay. No, Python is dynamic. Okay, fine. Uh, guys, is this your first programming language? Anyone who are learning Python as a first programming language? Java. Okay. Java, I know. Okay. Yes, I know SQL. Okay. So I think all are from database background, backend. So Java. Okay. Java. Okay. Okay, Abhinav is your first programming language. SQL, C, C++, Java. Okay, C, Java. Okay, Python is my first programming language. Great, Krishna, you're going to learn, like, enjoy a lot. Okay, don't worry. Rank, okay. You know R, okay. So, fine, guys. So, yeah, okay, fine. So I got an overview of your class actually. So the thing is, some of the people knows Java, some of the people know C, and some people knows SQL. Most of the people knows SQL, I guess. So all are from backend, and most of the people know Java, I think so. So from your chat, I am expecting these things. So I'm just guessing the things. Okay, fine. So see, so suppose say you know already some programming language like Java or Python, Java or C language. Okay, so it will be very easy for you. So whenever you know C and other programming language like Java, so it's going to be very easy for you to learn Python. You love it. Actually, whenever you learn Python, you just don't want to use other programming languages like C and Java. You just don't want to work on them actually. So that the Python will be that much interesting and that much easy actually. Okay, and so suppose say you don't know any of this programming language, you're very new to this software industry. Okay, so in that case, So that will be very easy for you. Okay. So the people who are learning the Python as a first programming language will be blessed actually. So it will be very easy for you, and it will be very easy. So if you want to learn Python, so it will hardly take you, let's just say, about 7 to 10 days. That's it. So there is no much time needed for learning this Python. So Python is the simplest language in the world, guys. So I'm just quoting this statement. So the Python is the simplest software language in the world. So I can say for sure. Okay, why? Because I'm just working on the Python. So with that confidence, I can say that. So Python is the easiest language in the world. Okay. So why I'm saying, you can get to know. So whenever you start learning Python, and whenever the 2 3 classes finish, so at that time you will be getting to know. So the Python is very easy. Okay. So that's about Python. So Python is the easiest language in the world. So keep this sentence in your mind, and we'll just move further. Okay. So yes, we have addressed this questions actually. Some people knows Java, some people knows some basics of SQL, and some people knows R also. So fine. So fine. So just move to the next thing. So today we are going to start with this agenda with installation of Python guys. Okay. So first thing what we'll do is we'll install Python in our systems. So we're going to install 3.7 version in our systems. So just start your laptops and just follow me, guys. Okay. So first open your browser, whether it may be Google Chrome or Firefox or anything. So open your browser. So over on laptop, guys, just follow me. So we are going to install Python in our systems today. Okay. So open python.org website in your browser. So if you have any doubts or if you are feeling any difficulties, you can ask me this. Okay. So just open python.org. Yeah, same in laptop or everywhere. Okay. So python.org website, guys. Okay. So open python.org in your browser, and just click on the downloads button. So don't go anywhere. Just click on the downloads button. Okay. You will be redirected to this page. Now here just go down. So just find the latest version. So here I can find the latest version is 3.7.3 version, which was released on March 21st. So just click on download, guys. Okay. Go here, click on download. Okay. And now scroll down a little bit, and here you can find various things. Okay. So suppose say you are using Windows, so just download this embedded zip file. Okay. So Windows x86 embedded zip file. Okay. So download this, guys. So whether it may be 64-bit or 32-bit, so this will be fine. So this one, Windows x86. So if we have suppose a Mac, so whether it may be 32 or 64-bit, so just install this. Okay. So for Mac, this folder, and for Windows, is this embedded zip file. Okay. Windows x86 embedded zip file. So just click on this. 1 second. Yeah, your download will be started, guys. Okay. So I'm downloading the Python 3.1.3 embedded zip file. So how did I go here is, so first, 1 second. So first thing what I have done, so I have opened python.r in the browser. After going to python.r, just click on downloads. You will be redirected to one page. Here go down and find the latest version, and the latest version I found out is Python 3.7.3. Just click on download, and then after going to the download, so here, see, I am going to tell you for Mac users, don't worry. So suppose if you are using Windows, so just download this Windows x86 embedded zip file. Whether it may be 64 or 32-bit computer, it will be fine. Suppose say if you are using Mac, so you just download this Mac OS installer. So whether it may be 64-bit or 32-bit, so it will work. Okay. So that's downloading part, guys. So everyone can able to download. Can anyone, so is anyone having difficulties in downloading this? Can ask me, guys. 1 second. Okay. So open your browser, open python.org website. Okay, www.python.org. After opening this website, click on downloads. Okay, so after clicking downloads, just scroll down a little bit. You can find here the latest version. The latest version here is Python 2.3.7.3. Okay, so just click on download. After clicking on download, you will be redirected to one page. And here you can find various versions. So see, if you are using Windows, just install this, download this Windows XE 86 embedded zip file. Suppose you are using Mac, then download this Mac OS 64-bit 32-bit installer. Okay, clear? Clear, guys? Do you guys having any difficulties? Can ask me. Anyone is facing any difficulties in downloading this file? Can ask me, guys. No issues. No, fine. So after downloading, go to the downloaded path. So you will be getting a zip file here actually. One second. So this is the zip file actually, which we have downloaded from the python.org. So just right click and just say extract here. Okay. So Monish, one second. One second, guys. Abhinav, what do you want actually? 32-bit is also the same thing, same file which we have downloaded. Okay, so Windows x86 embedded zip file, or you can also download this one, executable install. Okay, so suppose say I have downloaded embedded zip file. Okay, so here is my embedded zip file, so which is which is in my downloads. So this is a zip file, so you need to extract here. Okay, extract this zip file. So just say extract. So here you can able to find the Python. Okay, so this is our Python application, and this is our Python W application. So these two things. So this is only the thing which we are going to use in our whole Python course, Python application. Okay. So anyone having any difficulties in installing Python, guys? Anyone? Abhinav, did you get that? How to install? Like, did you get this file which I have shown you? No. So anyone having any difficulties, ask me, guys. So yeah, 1 minute for you. If you have any difficulties, I'll just address you. Anyone having any difficulties, can ask me. So all of you are in this step. So all of you have downloaded this one. So which you got the files which I am displaying in the computer. So everyone is on the track, right? Got it. Okay. So fine, guys. So that's about installation of Python actually, and so now what we have to do is, so now what we have done, we have installed the Python in our systems. So actually what I am doing, what I did is I already installed 2.7 in my system. So it is in my C drive. In my C drive Python 27 folder. So I'll just remove that 3.7 in my system. Okay. So I'll just use this 2.7 from now. So generally we have two things. So whenever you download Python, we have two things: Python application and Python W application. So Python application is generally used independent of OS. So if Python application can be used in Windows, Python application can be used in Mac, Python application can be used in Linux or any OS. But whereas Python W, so Python W stands for Windows based. Okay, so this Python W application can only be used in Windows. Okay, so this is Windows specific Python application. Okay, whereas this normal Python is independent of OSs, so it will work in every OS. Okay, so that's the difference. So in our course we are going to use this Python application mainly. Okay, so that's about installation, guys. So next thing what we have to do. So first major thing what we have done. So in our agenda, so we have installed Python 3.7 version from python.org. Okay, so that thing we have done. Yeah, no issues guys. So if you want to go with Jupyter Notebook, no issues. So if you want to use any other IDEs, there is no issues. So I'm just telling the basic thing about Python. So how to install the basic Python without an IDE. Okay. So if you are interested in IDEs or anything, you can go with it. Okay, no issues. So next thing. So first thing what we have done, we have installed Python from python.org. So next thing what we have to do is, so we need to enable the environmental variables. Okay. So how to enable the environmental variables? I'll just say it. Okay. So how to enable the environment? So what is this environmental variables and why we are just concentrating more on that? I'll just say it. Okay. So today we are going to do hello world program in Python guys. So first basic thing we are going to do, we are going to execute hello world program using CMD and Notepad guys. Okay. So I'll just show you how to do that. Okay. So go to the folder where Python got installed. Okay. So for me it's in C Python 27. So for you it may be in different part. Go to the folder where Python got installed. Okay. So go to that folder and just create new text document. Okay. So just create a new text document in that folder. Open that and just so I just want to know how to print an hello world program. So how to write an hello world program in C language. So can anyone help me? So for me I don't know the C language, so I'm a Python developer. So can anyone help me in writing a program in C language for hello world, for printing hello world? Anyone who knows C can help me guys. So I don't know C, please. I'm handicapped. So can you please help me? So anyone who knows C, just help me to write a program for printing an hello world statement. So just printf hello world is enough for printing a statement in C language. Banu, do you feel in that way? Anyone
To
who
declare
yeah.
variables before, then we have to declare the variables and we have to give as a string. But you have to only printf of hello world, then printf of hello world would be enough according to my knowledge.
Okay, so do you so you need not to declare any main function in C language. So if you want to print any statement.
Yes, we need to declare a string as the characters of hello world as a string first, then we have to print that string.
Mm-hmm. So I'll just say, don't worry. Yeah, please. So anyone who knows C language, so can help me in writing an hello world statement in C.
Suji, you have to
Hello world.
declare first main function.
Yeah, I directly declare the main function.
Include
Yeah,
no,
yes. So,
first stdio.h.
so first of all, we need to include the header files. So hash include stdio.h. Okay.
Dot h.
So this is an header file.
Great.
So for this header file, the functions related to printf and scanf will be present. So we need to declare the header file first. So next thing what we have to do?
Hash include conio.h.
Yeah, conio is not necessary in us with us. So let's say void
Okay, then
main function and just start the program.
declaring the variables.
Sorry.
Printf and you
Yeah,
can declare the
printf.
variables.
Yeah, but I don't want to declare any variables, so I just say
no need of variables.
Yeah. So printf hello world and the semicolon and then end of the main function, right? So this is how we are going to declare. So write a program for hello world in C language. Okay, clear? So everyone clear? So who doesn't know C language, don't worry, I'm just saying the example. So next, so this is a C hello world program in C language. So the people who knows Java right now, so already the program was written, so no issues. So who knows Java can tell me how to write a program for hello world in Java? Anyone from Java background can tell me.
Yeah, so you need to write the class name.
Import.
Class.
Class ABC,
Okay.
curly bracket, open, public static void main,
That's correct.
and string.
String.
You need to declare the parameter string over there.
Okay.
Here, in the parameter. String array. Yeah, array. Yeah. Yes. Then system dot out dot println.
Okay. Thank you guys. So this is a program. If you want to
So
print an hello world.
without importing a Java classes, can run the program.
Yeah, I don't know about Java. You should tell me.
Yeah. It will import.
Class importer is important.
It will import by default.
Yeah, it will import generally, but package we need to import, but it will defaultly take it. Don't worry. So this is how we do, right? So here I forgot to return a statement, so we need to return the return type to 0, right? So why? Because it's an void. So so this is a program for a hello world in C language, and this is a program for hello world in Java, right? So everyone clear? So this many statements you have to do if you want to print a statement in C and Java. So coming to Python, I'll just explain you. So if you want to print a statement in Python, so I'll just say you. Okay. So just say print hello world. Okay. So that's it. So there is nothing to declare a class, nothing to declare a main function, nothing to do with public static void like that, and nothing, no return types, nothing, no flower brackets, no return types, no header files, nothing. Only this one line is enough if you want to print a statement in Python. Okay. So do you feel whether Python is easy or C and Java are easy? So by seeing this, by comparing the hello world program here, can you feel? So is Python is easy or Java is easy or C language is easy? So anyone? I say that Python is easy. So anyone disagree with this point? So anyone who disagrees? So I say Python is very easy, but anyone disagrees that the Python is not easy? The Java is very easy than Python. So if you disagree, you can ask me, or you can debate. Right? No, right? No, anyone. So anyone can't dare even to say that the Java is very easy when compared with Python. So in this statement, see, so these are all the things we have to do if you want to print a statement in Java, and these are all the things we have to do if you want to print a statement in C language. But in Python, only the one line is going to help you in order to print this statement. Okay. So that's easy, that much easy. The Python is that much easy. Okay. So when compared with other programming languages like C or Java or any language, Python is that easy. Okay. So here we say the program, if you want to write a program, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. Here Java is very crazy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So same thing. So 7 lines for Java. So but in Python, it's for 1 line. Okay. So that easy Python is. Okay. So by seeing this itself, you can able to figure it out. So Python is that much easy, and I can say the Python is the simplest language in the world. So I can quote directly, Python is the simplest language in the world. Okay. So do you guys agree with this point? Anyone who are not going to who are not going to agree can ask me. So that's about comparison with C and Java and Python. So here now I'll write a statement. So I'll just start with the Python programming. So print. So I said you right. So if you want to print hello world, just say print hello world. Okay, and just save it. So if you want to save this file as a Python file, just go to file, just click on save as. Will be redirected to one window. So just say something like hello world dot. So for extension of Python file, we need to give as .py. Okay. So if you want to say that it's a text file, we need to give as .txt, right? So same way. So if you want to give it the file as a C file, then we need to give it as .c, and for Java we need to give it as .java. So same like that. So for Python, the extension for Python file is .py. Okay, and here we need to give it as all files. So hello world.py, and here we need to save it as all files. Okay, and then click on save. So now our Python code is saved. So anyone having difficulties in saving your code of .py file? Anyone? Okay, fine. No, I guess. So I have saved the I written the program, hello world program, and I saved the file as .py file. Okay. So here, so this is my hello world, and this, the type of the file is py file. Okay. So I have created it 26th of June at 6:34. See, same time, right? So now itself we have created it. Okay. So this is my hello world file, hello world program in a Python. Okay. So if I want to execute this hello world program in Python, so how can I execute this? Okay. So I need to open the CMD right now. Okay. So if you want to open the CMD, just click on the top of this, just say CMD. Okay. And you will be opening your CMD prompt, and just type Python space hello world.py. Okay. So just type this line in your CMD prompt base. Okay. So what I have written did. So here is my hello world.py file. So if I want to execute this, so I need to open my command prompt. So if I how to open the command prompt, so just go here, just type CMD, just press enter. So it will be opening with the CMD prompt. Just type Python space hello world.py. Okay. So that this line is going to be executing, and it's going to give me the output. Okay. So Python space hello world.py, and output I got is hello world. Okay. So this is my output of this Python program. So this is our first program in Python. So I'm glad that we had just run our first Python program. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. So if you have any doubts in saving the file or executing this Python code, you can ask me. Anyone? Yeah, please.
Kamal, we don't have to install this one,
Which one?
or simply, I mean, the Python .exe or something. We don't have to install directly. We have to do.
No, directly we got it right. So it's an embedded file having
Yeah.
the Python application. So we need not
Okay.
install it.
Okay. So we need to be in that directory itself. I mean.
Yes, directly run the code. It will be working. So anyone having
Okay.
difficulties? So, everyone got the output hello world in your consoles. So if no, you can ask me, guys. I'll help you.
Sujay, can you repeat it again?
Yeah, sure. So I just start from starting. So this is, so first open the Python folder which we have installed. Okay. So the Python was installed in our systems, right? How to download? So Bharat just joined, I guess. So we discussed already about downloading the Python in our class. So this is a like a folder where our Python got installed, and this is our application, Python application. Okay. So here
It is installed, or simply the folder is there, because we have not installed anything, right? We have just extracted.
already downloaded and extracted.
Yeah. So is
Yeah,
it
no,
same as installed, or simply
yes,
extracted?
same as installed actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here this is my Python application, guys. Okay. So this is my Python application, and here I need to write my code. Okay. So just right click here, just go click on new file, just open a text document in your file, open that, write the code, print hello world. Okay. So just write the code here, and just click on the file, save as, just say the file name. I'll just say hello world, and the extension of Python file is .py. So I'm just saying .py. Okay. And here I need to give it as all files. and just click on save. So now my hello world.py is saved. Okay, so this is my hello world.py application file. So this is hello world and its type is py file. Okay, so here we have saved our Python code. So how to execute this code? Okay, so how to execute this code is, so just click here. Okay, type cmd and just press enter. So the cmd prompt will be open, and here just type python space hello world.py, guys. Okay, so whenever you type python space hello world.py and whenever you press enter, the output is printed in the console, guys. Hello world. Okay, clear, guys? So if anyone is having any difficulties in executing this code, you can ask me. So this is the process we are going to follow daily. So if you have any doubts in this process, you can ask me. Okay, anyone having any difficulties, guys? Okay, so something is going on in the chat, I guess. Python is not recognized. So what is the thing is, see, the hello world should be there in the same folder where the Python is present. Okay, so hello world is present in the same folder. See, hello world is there here and the Python is there here. So hello world and Python should be in the same folder. Okay, so that's the reason you are getting error. So Python application and hello world should be in the same folder. Okay, so this is my hello world program and this is my Python application. So this should be same. Python is case sensitive. We'll discuss. Don't worry, guys. So we'll discuss in the next classes. So don't worry. So internal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hi
please.
Kamal. Can we execute it in a separate repository?
Yeah, I'll discuss. So we can execute that, but we need to configure environmental variables for that. So that is our next agenda. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So Swati, I guess Swati is facing some problem in executing the code. So Swati, did you get that? So you got it. Okay, fine. So guys, anyone having any difficulties can ask me, guys. So you have 1 minute for you. If you have any difficulties, you can ask me. So this is a line which you are going to execute the hello world.py, guys. So this is the line for executing any programs. So Python space the file name. So here my file name is hello world.py. That's why I have given this file name. So suppose my file name is sujay.py. You can use sujay.py here. Okay. So like that it goes. No issues. Fine, guys. We'll go ahead. So this is how we are going to execute hello world.py in our Python. So what happens? So we are executing the code. The output is coming fine. So but what is happening internally? Okay. So I'll just tell you. So whenever you press hello Python space hello world.py. Okay. So internally what is happening? I'll just say you. Okay. So here we have two things, guys. Python and hello world.py. Okay. So what happens whenever you execute this? Whenever you type this python space hello world.py and whenever you press on enter, internally what is happening and what is giving the output. I'll just say you. So guys, I said you right. So the Python application and the hello world program should be in the same folder. Okay. So this application, Python application and hello world should be in the same folder. Then only the output is going to become. Otherwise, it will show some errors. So that errors will be removed in the next steps. Okay. Yeah, Python space file name.py. So that is the command we are going to execute the Python code. Okay. So see, so what happens whenever you give Python space hello world.py internally. Okay. So I'll just tell you. So whenever you say Python space hello world.py, okay. So what happens is, so what is the command prompt open? So command prompt is open in C Python 27 folder, guys. So my command prompt right now is pointing towards C Python 27 folder. Okay. So which is nothing but, so it's C and in C it's pointing towards the Python 27 folder guys. Okay, so my command prompt is pointing towards C Python 27 folder, and in this folder I need to have two things, Python as well as hello world.py guys. Okay, so see, in this folder I have first thing Python. Okay, so the first thing is Python, so I have Python, and next thing hello world.py, I have hello world.py. Okay, so both the things are present. What happens is, so the Python is application is going to run on so this hello world program is going to run on this Python application guys. Okay, so so whenever you want to execute the code, so both things should be there, Python should be there and the file in the folder guys. Okay, so the folder is C Python 27. So in this folder we need to have two things, Python as well as hello world.py. So whenever if any one of the thing is absent, so it is going to throw an error like this. Okay, so Python is not recognized, the file name is not present, like that. Okay, so both the things should be in same folder initially. So whenever you execute the code, so see, my CMD is pointing towards the C Python 27 folder. So Python should be there in C Python 27 folder, and hello world.py should also be there in this C Python 27 folder. Okay, so then only the code will run fine and it will execute. Okay, so see here, the Python application is there and hello world is there in my C Python 27 folder. Okay, so that's the reason my hello world.py is executed using this Python application. So that is happening internally guys. Okay, clear guys? So did you got it? So why you got that errors, and what is the things happening in the backend? Yes, thank you. So next thing guys, so that's this is the one agenda which we have discussed. So we have executed our hello world program using CMD and as well as notepad guys. Okay, so we have executed hello world program using CMD and notepad. So that one agenda is finished, and one agenda we have installed the 3.7 version in our system. Okay, Python 3.7 in our systems. Next thing guys. Okay, so next thing is executing the Python programs using editor mode and shade mode. Okay, so before coming to this point, so I'll discuss one more thing. So how to enable the environmental variables and what are the use for that. Okay, so first thing we'll discuss the second agenda of our code of our class. So suppose say what I said. So whenever you say Python space hello world.py, so it's going to check for two things, Python as well as hello world.py. Okay, so so what you have to do, we have to write the code only in this path, right? So we need to save the code only in this C Python 27 folder where this Python application is present, right? So that will be hectic, right? Always. So our folder will be messed up with all the programs and it will be hectic for us. Okay, so for that reason, so we have come up with environmental variables. So I'll just show you one thing. So see, I have hello world.py here. So same thing guys. So Python w hello world.py is also going to say the same output. So here suppose say I have hello world.py and I have developed it in my G drive. Okay, so this is my G drive, and one second. So this is my G drive and I have hello world.py in my G drive. Okay, so one second. So I already enabled environmental variable, so I'm just removing it. So I have my hello world.py in my G folder. Okay, so I'll open my CMD here. So now my CMD is pointing towards my G drive, and I'll just say Python space hello world.py guys. Okay, so whenever I try to execute this code, see what happens. So sorry. One second guys. see, so my hello world is present in my G drive, guys. Okay, so my code I have written and saved it in my G drive, and I am opening my CMD here. So just say CMD and just press enter. So CMD will be opened and CMD is pointing towards my G drive. Okay, so now just say Python space hello world dot py, guys. Okay, so whenever I try to execute this code, so what is the error? Okay, so I'm not getting the hello world as an output, so I'm getting some error. Okay, so Python is not recognized as an internal external operable program or batch file. Okay, so this is the error I am getting here, guys. Okay, so the same error you have got, I guess, already. So some people have got, so but I'm getting this error right now. Okay, so whenever I say Python space hello world dot py and my code is present in my G drive, so I am getting this error. Okay, my code is not actually running. So what is the reason be? So why I'm getting this error, guys? So in order to know that, so you need to know what is happening internally. So whenever you type this command, so I said you already, right? So whenever you type this command, so it will check for Python and as well as hello world dot py. Okay, so the both things it will check. So same thing will be happening in Java also, so don't worry. So whenever you say Python space hello world dot py, so what it will check is, so the OS is going to check for Python as well as hello world dot py in my G drive. Okay, so why? Because my CMD is pointing towards the G drive, so it will check for Python and as well as hello world dot py. Okay, so first thing, hello world dot py. So hello world dot py is present in G drive, no issues. So I'll just execute this code. But see Python. So whenever it try to check for the Python in the G drive, okay, so it will go to the G drive, it will check where is the Python present. So where is my Python application? So there is no Python application in my G drive. So that's the reason I am going to get this Python is not recognized. Why? Because I'm not finding Python in my G drive, guys. So that's why it's going to throw an error that Python is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay. So what happens whenever you say Python space hello world.py, I'll just repeat. Okay. So it will check for Python as well as hello world.py in the folder which is pointing. So my CMD is pointing towards the G drive. So it will check for Python and hello world.py in my G drive. Okay. So that I don't have any, I have hello world, but I don't have any Python here in this G drive. Okay. So that's the reason it's going to throw an error that Python is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay. So did you got the reason that why it's throwing the error? So anyone having any difficulties in understanding this can ask me. Okay. So it's the same thing with Java also. In Java we say Java space hello world dot Java C space hello world dot Java. Same way here also. So anyone having any difficulties in understanding so why we got this error? So anyone don't so did you understood, guys? Anyone
Maybe
is
we don't
having
update
difficulties?
the variables.
Sorry.
We don't update in the environment variable.
So your voice is low, guys. Sorry, I can't hear you. So fine, guys. So next thing we'll move to the next thing, next part. So this is the error. So how to remove this error? I'll just say you. Okay. So how to remove this error? So how to remove this error is, so we need to enable our environmental variables. So how to enable the environmental variables is, so we need to update the environmental variables. I'll just say you. So Python should be present in same folder. So not even the same path actually, not in the same folder even. Okay. So hello world should be there and actually Python should be there in the same path. Okay. So how to enable the environmental variable? I just say. So just copy the path where our Python application is present. So my Python application is present in C Python 27 folder. I have my Python application. Okay. So I'll just copy this C Python 27 folder and paste it in my environmental variables. Okay. So just search for environmental variables. Okay. In your search bar. So you'll be getting this prompt. Just click on environmental variables. Click on the path. Just click on new. Paste it here. Just say OK. Just say OK. and just say okay. Okay, so that's the thing. So what I have done is, so I have went to the path where my Python application is present. So my Python application is present in my C Python 27 folder. Okay, so this is my Python application. So I'm just copying the path of this where my Python is installed, and I'm searching for the environmental variables. So just say environment in your search bar. You're going to get this prompt actually, and just click on this environmental variables. Go to the path, click on new. Sorry, go to the path, double click. You're going to get this, and just say click on new and paste our the path of the Python application. Okay, so that's the thing, guys. So that's how we have enabled the environmental variables, and what is the use actually. So why we did this? So I'll just show you. So did you guys able to enable the environmental variables? So anyone having any difficulties? Guys, anyone having any difficulties can ask me, guys. So Bharat, can you able to fix it? No, fine. Fine, guys. So next thing what you have to do is variable value. So same thing, guys. Just paste the path where your Python is present. Okay. Then you are going to remove that error. So next thing. So we have enabled the environmental variables. So next thing what we have to do is, so so now I'll try to execute the code which is present in my G drive. So the G drive is there, and here the hello world program is present, and I'll try to execute this hello world. So Bharat, I'll just address you after this. Okay. So just open the CMD in the same G drive. Here the CMD is open, and next thing what you have to do, same thing. So Python space hello world.py, and now just say enter. Okay, so now my hello world statement got printed in the console. So I'm not getting the error message like Python is not recognized as an internal or external or operable command. Okay, so why I'm not getting that error, why I'm getting the output. So what is happening internally? So what did we change? So we enabled our environmental variables, and what is happening internally? So I'll just say you. Okay, so whenever you say we have enabled the environmental variables, what it happens? Okay, so I'll just say you. So first thing, so what happens generally in OSs? So whenever you say Python space hello world.py, first thing it will check for hello world.py. Hello world.py is present in the G drive. Okay, no issues. And next thing, it will check for Python application. That Python application is not present in my G drive. Okay, so there is no Python application in my G drive. So what is the next thing? So what the next thing OS will search is, so OS will go to the environmental variables. Okay, so in environmental variables it will go to the path variable, and it will check for Python application in this path, first path, not present, and it will go to the next path for the C Chrome driver folder. Okay, so C Chrome driver folder. So there is no Python application here. Okay, no issues. It will go to the next step. So it will check in this path. So it's C drive users download and all this. So this path also Python application is not present. Next thing, it will go to this next path. So next path is C Python 27 folder. So it will go to the C Python 27 folder. Okay, so now here it can able to find Python application. Okay, so it has founded this Python application. So it will use that same Python application which is present in my C Python 27, and it will execute this hello world.py. Okay, so that happens internally whenever we execute this Python space hello world.py in your G drive. Okay, so I'll just tell you one more time. So we have enabled the, so how to enable the environmental variables. So once again, so just go to the path where your Python is present. Okay, so C Python 27, in my this C Python 27 folder, I can able to find this Python application. Okay, so just copy this path where the Python application is present, go to the environmental variables, go to the environmental variables here, go to the path variable, just click on new, paste it here. One second, click on new, paste it here, and just say okay, okay, and okay, guys. That's it. So we have enabled the environmental variables, and whenever I try to execute the code which is present in the G drive, so which is hello world.py, so open the CMD here in the G drive. So open the CMD and just say Python space hello world.py. Okay, and just click on enter. So whenever I click on enter, the Python code is running perfectly without any error. Previously, it's going to show an error called environment C. Whenever I execute the same code before enabling the environmental variables, so it's showing the error saying Python is not recognized as an external or internal command. Okay, but whenever I enable the environmental variables and try to execute this same code, so it's going to perfectly run fine and it's going to give you output like hello world.py. Okay, so what is happening internally? Why we remove this error and what is happening internally? Okay, so I'll just show you. So whenever you enable the environmental variables and whenever you try to execute this Python space hello world.py, it will check for hello world.py in the present folder. Okay, so my CMD is pointing towards the G drive, so it will check hello world.py in my G drive. Okay, so it will go to the G drive. Here it will check hello world.py. Okay, it's present. Fine, no issues. Next thing, what it will check? It will check for Python application. Okay, so it will go to the G drive and it will check for Python application, but it can't find the Python application. Okay, so the next step, what it's going to do is, so it's going to go for the environmental variables. Okay, so whenever it will go to the environmental variables and it will go to the path variable, it will check for the first path. So it will go to the first path and it will check whether the Python is present or not. It will go to the second path. So suppose a C Chrome driver, it will go here and it will check whether the Python application is present, not present. Okay, and it will go to the next path. It will check whether the Python application is present or not. It will go to the last path. Say C Python 27. Okay, so C Python 27. So it will check for Python in this path. So Python application is present in this path. What it does is, so it found out the Python application in my C Python 27 folder. So it will use that same Python application which is present in the C Python 27 folder and execute this hello world.py. Okay, so that is happening internally whenever you execute the code in your G drive or any other drive rather than in this C Python 27 folder. Okay, so anyone having any doubts? So Ubuntu doesn't need all these things. Don't worry, guys. No?
Hey Kamal, though I have added the environmental variable, still I am getting that Python is not recognized as an internal or external command.
Maybe you can try one more time. I guess you didn't apply the settings. So you can try one more time and you can will get. Don't worry.
So what kind of settings I am not getting that?
Environmental variables. That's it. So just go to the environmental variables. So just click on environment. One second. I'll just show you. Search for environmental variables in your search bar first thing. Okay. So see, here I am search bar. Type environmental variables. Okay. So I'll be prompting this output. So just click on environmental variables. Go to the path variable here. Click on new. Paste the path where your Python application is present. Okay. So my Python application is present in my C drive Python 27 folder. I can have my Python application. So the path of your Python application may be different. Okay. So just find that path and copy the path and just paste it in your environmental variables. Okay, in the path variable, and just click on one second. Click on OK. Click on OK, and just click on OK, and then try to execute the code. It will work. Okay.
Okay, let me try one more time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any idea how to do it in Ubuntu or Linux platform?
So Ubuntu and Linux doesn't need all these things. Actually, it doesn't have CMD, right? So we need not to do all these things. So I'll just show you the thing with in Ubuntu how to execute the Python program. I'll just show you in the future. So after this thing, okay? Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone having any doubts can ask me, guys. So we'll just we have 1 minute for you. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll move to the next thing. So we have installed the Python application in our system. We have enabled the environmental variables. We have executed our hello world using CMD and Notepad. Okay. So next agenda is we have to execute our code using editor mode as well as shell mode. Okay. So we'll just discuss how to execute. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. We have 1 minute for you. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the meantime. So Python W application I'm not getting when giving Python W application. So Python W application is nothing but it's specific for Windows actually, and it's not going to give you the prompt, like output of a prompt. So that's the reason I guess you're not getting the output. So fine. So anyone having any doubts, guys, can ask me. So we'll just move to the next part of our agenda of our class, and we'll discuss. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So Python. Fine, guys. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. So you have 30 seconds. You can ask me until that you have a time for you. So you can ask me if you have any doubts until this point. So did you guys get that things all things? So how to execute, how to enable the environmental variables and all that. So this is a basic thing. So if you know this all things, you can be like you'll not feel any difficulties in further classes. So these are the basic steps. Okay. So I guess fine. So let's move to the next agenda of our class. So executing our Python code using shell and editor mode. So if you want to open that, so just say idle in your search bar. So you're going to get this idle application. So just open this. So my idle application is going to open right now. So this is my idle, guys. Okay. So everyone can able to open your idles. Okay, fine, no issues. So next thing what you have to do is, so if you want to print one statement, so this is nothing but it's a shell actually. So it's called as a Python shell. So the Python shell is generally used if you want to execute one line for one time. Okay. So suppose say print hello world. So press on enter. No, we already installed ID, so no issues. So print hello world. Okay. So ID is going to come along with the Python. So if you search for ID, it will get you'll prompt this. Okay. So whenever you say print, 1 second. So print the circular brackets, and in this print just say hello world. Okay. So just press search for the ID shell in the. So just search for that in your search bar. Just press idle. You're going to get that. Okay. Maybe I guess Prabhat I'll discuss. Okay. So just say print space hello world. Okay. So I'm going to get hello world statement here. Okay. And this is how we are going to execute the code using shell mode. Okay. So no issues. So we need not to install separately, guys. This is going to come along with Python. Okay. So whenever you say print space hello world, okay, so the hello world statements are going to be executed, and you're going to get the output in your shell. Okay. So this is how you are going to get. So this is the way you're going to get by using the shell mode actually. Okay. So shell mode, if you want to execute the code, we can do it in this way. In the shell mode is used if you want to execute one line for one time. Suppose say if you have multiple lines and if you want to execute at a time. So how to do that? So for that we have one more thing called as editor mode. So for opening the editor mode, just open file, just click on new file. You're going to open the text editor here. Now here write print hello world. Okay. And just say print just say hello Python. Next thing, I just want to print hello Sujay. Okay. So I have 3 lines and I want to execute the 3 lines for one time. So at a one time. So how to do that? So for that I'm using the editor mode. So just save the file actually right now. So just save the file here, and suppose say hello world. The file name is hello world underscore shell mode. Okay, so .py is already given, so save the file. Now if you want to run this file, so how to do that? So just click on run and just click on run module, guys. Okay, so the output will be prompt in the output screen, shell screen. Okay, so this so if you have three multiple lines of code, and if you want to get the output at a single instance, so this shell mode, this editor mode is actually used. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is about editor mode. So how to open the editor mode, I'll just show you. So this is shell mode actually. So in shell mode, we can execute one line for one time. So just say print of hello world. Okay, so this is going to print you the hello world statement in our shell. And if you want to execute it in so if you have multiple lines, and if you want to execute the multiple lines, it's a single instance, so we can use editor mode. So how to open the editor mode is just click on file, click on open new file. So Prabhat, I'll just help you, don't worry. So just type print of hello world. Okay, so print hello world. So this is the first line, and just say print hello Python and something like this. Okay, so print multiple lines. I have multiple lines and I want to execute this multiple line as a single instance. So first thing we need to save the file. Save and just say h. So the file is saved, and now if I say run and just click on run module, so the output is printed at a single instance. Okay, so the multiple lines are executed at a single run by using the editor mode, whereas in this one run can execute one line only. Okay, so that's the difference between a shell mode and editor mode, guys. Okay, so that's about executing the code using shell mode and editor mode. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me until this point. So you have one minute for you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Shell mode is not getting. So for multiple outputs, we need to write multiple. We need to write the printf as many times. However, the output will be in the shell. Yeah, but Sandeep,
Something
yeah.
any syntax error. How could we know that is this error has been occurred?
Which error?
Yeah, if we have missed something, colon has been missed in the
So
printer.
that will be printed in this shell actually. So suppose say
Yeah.
I have just written PRIN. I have just written a spelling mistake of print, and now I am trying to execute the code. So here you are going to get the error message saying the print, so name print is not defined. Okay, so here we are going to get the error messages, guys, in the shell. Okay, so Sandeepan, coming to your question, so if you want to print multiple outputs, you need to write multiple print statements. However, so shell mode is actually used in order to execute one line per one time, whereas editor mode is used if you want to execute multiple lines at a single time. Okay, so that's the difference. So there is no parenthesis for 2.7. Yeah, Nageshwar, you're correct. So fine. Yeah, shell actually comes with the installation of Python. Okay, so you need not to open the shell actually, and ideally is not showing. I guess, guys, yeah.
Can we execute the whole file through command prompt?
Sorry.
Can we execute the whole file which we have saved that through command prompt?
Yeah, same thing, same way, guys. So if you have multiple lines also, single lines also, the execution of command prompt is same. So this one you have saved, right? Hello world shell mode. Open CMD here. Just save Python space.
Ideally and the command prompt.
Sorry.
Then what is the difference between ideally and command prompt? Shell and command prompt.
Shell and command prompt. So shell. This one you are asking about shell.
Yes.
So shell is generally used for executing one line per one time. whereas editor mode is generally used for executing multiple lines at a single instance. Okay, so if you have one line and if you want to execute it, it's better to use shell mode. And if you have multiple lines and if you want to execute it at a single instance, so better to use editor mode. Okay, so that's the difference. And CMD is same actually. So CMD will execute if you have multiple lines, or even if you have single lines also same thing. Okay, so CMD is common for both the things here. Clear?
Clear. Thank you.
So fine guys, so if what if logic can be written only in editor? Yes, so the if else logic can be only written in editor. Yes, Sandipan, you're correct. So fine guys, we just move to the next thing. So what is our agenda today is we have installed Python, we have enabled the environmental variables, we have executed the hello world using so IDE is not opening. I don't know guys, actually there is some error I guess while your installation. So I try to uninstall and install it, so you'll be getting, don't worry. Otherwise, so there is some other way to open the IDLE, so you can search it and you can find that. Okay. So we have what the agenda of today's class is. We have installed the Python 2.3.7 in our systems. We have enabled the environmental variables and we have executed our hello world in 3 modes actually, using CMD and Notepad, and we have executed our hello world using shell and editor mode. Okay, so 3 ways we have executed our hello world program. So next thing what we have to do is so the next agenda of our today's class is installing Selenium package. Okay, so installation of Selenium package we are going to discuss right now. So how to install a package in Python? So how to install a package in Python is, so open your Python folder where you have, so where your Python is installed. Okay, so open that folder. So in that folder you can able to find one folder called as scripts. Okay, so wherever your Python is installed, open that folder. In that folder you can able to find scripts. Okay, so open that scripts. So in these scripts you can able to find various applications, but here we are going to use one application called as script. Okay, so we need to open the command prompt from this location. So just say cmd and just say enter and just say pip install Selenium. Okay, so pip install Selenium. So actually the command is pip install and the package name. So here the package is Selenium, that's the reason I'm just giving Selenium. So if you want to install some other packages like NumPy or SciPy, we can give pip install NumPy with pip install SciPy. Okay, so that way we can do. So now just say pip install Selenium and just click on enter. So now my Selenium if you don't have anything, so if you are not installed the Selenium package, so it will show the things that downloading things. Okay, so that's about how to install a packages in Python. So just say go to the script folder which is present in your Python application folder and just press pip install Selenium. Okay, so this is going to install a package for you. So that's about installation of package in Python guys. So anyone having any doubts? So that's the end of our class. So that's the end of our session today. So we have today what we have done in the first thing is, so don't leave guys. So don't leave that. So I'm going to give you the homework
Sujay.
today or to do. Yeah.
Sujay, this just now you said PIP, right?
PIP.
That
Yeah.
is automatically came from Python org, or else we need to install it again. I mean, we need to run a code again.
No, that will be automatically installed actually. So higher versions have script pip installed. Lower versions have we need to install it manually.
So we also able to see this PIP?
Yes, you can
in
able
our
to
laptop.
see. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Sujay, we missed some things in the middle because we have the least internet connectivity here. So is this Selenium here what we are going to use?
So your voice is unclear. So can you please repeat it?
We got missed in the session, even in the middle of the session. So what is this PAP and Selenium exactly mean for?
Sorry. So
Going for automatic testing?
sorry. I didn't get your answer question. So your voice is unclear actually. So fine. I'll just address you after this class. Okay. So just ping me in ping me in the group. I can address you. Okay. So
Hey Kamal, hello.
yeah, please.
So what is the usage of this pip install Selenium? What is that usage? I just want to understand on that.
So pip is
Why
pip
we need
install Selenium is Selenium is nothing but a package name. So generally the packages are not installed defaultly with Python. So there are so many packages which are present in Python, and whenever you install the Python, so all the packages are not installed by default. So that's the reason. So Python has come up with one solution for that. So we need to install pip. So if you want to install any other packages which are not came by default with Python, so we need to use something called as pip. Okay. So some packages are not default came with Python. So that's the reason if you want to install the packages, so just use pip. Okay. So that's the reason the Python has introduced the pip in order to install packages which are not by default came with Python. Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
So how to use it? Pip install the package name. Okay. So that's the command. And Selenium is a package. So pip is nothing. Don't have any full form. So don't worry. So so that's about today's class, guys. So that's about today's Python class. So today what we have discussed is, so don't leave the class, guys. I'm going to give you the work of today's assignment. I'm going to give you. Okay. So today what we have discussed is, so our agenda, we have installed the Python from python.org, and we have enabled the environmental variables. Why? Because so if you want to enable, so if you want to write the code and implement the code in other parts where Python is not installed in that parts, so in that case, so we can enable this environmental variables so that our code runs irrespective of the path. So whether my Python application may be present in my C drive Python 27, but my code is present in my G drive, so it will work fine whenever you enable your environmental variables. And we discuss how internally it works. And then we have executed the hello world program using the 3 modes actually, editor mode and shell mode. And next thing is using CMD. The 3 modes we have discussed. And then we install our package actually. So we install the Selenium package in our computer, and that's about our agenda actually. Today we discussed all these things, guys. So yeah, the assignment for you is this one. So we need to install NumPy, SkyPy, and Pandas package in your system, and try to uninstall your Python and try to reinstall it again so that we'll be getting the thing correctly. So you know how to install a Python. So we need to uninstall it and reinstall it again in your system, and write a program to print this is my first programming language, and execute it using CMD, shell, and editor nodes. Okay. So this is the assignment for you guys for this today's class. Okay. So that's the end of our class. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can leave, guys. So that's our end of our Python class. Please. So that's the end of our class, guys. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can leave, guys.
Sujay,
Yeah, please.
just now you gave assignment like NumPy and Pandas Scala installation, right?
Sujit, your voice is slow, Sujit. I can't hear you.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Sujay, just now you gave assignment like install NumPy, Pandas, Scala, something, right? So these
Yes.
are available in PIP, or else we need to install separately.
So pip install is going to help you in order to install this NumPy, Pandas, and any other packages. Okay. So pip install is a command which is going to help you in order to install any package.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Kamal.
Yeah,
Can you please get back to see the assignment? I want to pick the assignment. I want to pick this snapshot for the assignment.
Okay. I'll share you the PPT, guys. Don't worry. I'll share you the PPT and as well as the video. So, but I'll just open for you. Don't worry.
Yes, open please. I would like to pick the.
Yeah, you can take this.
Okay, a minute please.
Okay.
Thank you. It's okay.
If you have any doubts, stay back, guys. Otherwise, you can. So, if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Otherwise, you can leave, guys. So, no doubts, guys. So, I'm hanging this session. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for attending the class.
Thank you, Sujay.